Hey guys, today I want to talk about how being intentional with your morning really changes your day for the better. You know, our morning, the first 30 minutes to an hour, I would say, really sets the tone for our day. If we wake up in a rushed environment, we're having to get ready for work real quick. I feel like all day we'll kind of be anxious, we'll feel rushed, we won't really be able to feel present. If we wake up and doom scroll, our thoughts will be all over the place, our emotions will be all over the place, we'll feel a little lazy, at least speaking from personal experience. So today I want to tell you guys what I do, what you shouldn't do, what's good for your morning routine, just overall a good morning routine, right? So let's get into it. So what I do, I wake up and I find things to be grateful for. There's always things to be grateful for. I'm grateful that I woke up today. I'm grateful for the sun that's shining into my room, that I can sleep on a bed, that I can do the things I want to do throughout my day. So, whatever it is for you, find these things and just be grateful for them, right? What I also like to do is I like to take my time in the morning, right? I wake up. I probably hit the snooze alarm a couple of times, but after I get up and I sit on the edge of my bed right here, you know, and I really try to just be calm. I try not to entertain any thoughts. Because I'll be honest, sometimes I have these kind of anxious thoughts about regrets from the past day, things I should have done, all of that, just kind of normal overthinking thoughts, right? But I try to just be present and I try to just not entertain any of these thoughts. So I just sit at the edge of my bed, take some deep breaths, remain grateful, think about that. And then, I go to the bathroom, do my thing in there. And most importantly, no phone. No phone. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But during these 30 minutes, I really just try to put all of that focus into just myself, nothing else. I don't think about what I need to do, what I didn't do, work, anything. I just try to think about the present moment and I try to really just calm myself because that does set a tone. I heard this quote, you either got to brainwash yourself or you have to or you become brainwashed by everything around you, which leads into my next point. To not doom scroll. Please do not doom scroll in the morning. This is like the worst thing you can do for your brain because your brain, when you wake up, it's in theta state, which means your brain waves are very slow because you just woke up, right? And in this state, your mind is kind of like a sponge. It absorbs a lot of things, right? Which is why it's important to be grateful, to be calm, like I said, because it sets the tone for your day. So if you wake up and you doom scroll, you're just experiencing all these emotions, all of these thoughts. Your feed is getting a reaction out of you. You're looking at this light that is unnatural, that'll throw off your circadian rhythm. And that really just sets a very fragile foundation. That's a very bad way to start. Like let's say you're building a Lego set, right? And you mess up the first step, then the rest of the steps aren't going to be correct. And that's what happens when we start our day doom scrolling or we start our day maybe rushing in the morning, you know? So we really need to take control of this time because this time is super important. And something else I do is I think about the person I want to become, right? I think about the traits I want to possess. I think about the things that have to be done, you know, after a while. Because I said how I don't think about what I have to do, which is true. But kind of later on, maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes to an hour, once I'm kind of settled in, I'm more awake. Now I think about, okay, what do I want to get done? What do I have to do? And kind of plan my day out then, right? And that really helps me to stay on track. That kind of gives me a path to the person I want to become, you know. So the morning time is super, super crucial. It's very crucial for us. And I'm not saying have a whole routine, jump in the ice bath, cold shower, all of this. I'm not saying that. But being intentional with the first 30 minutes to an hour of your day will definitely 100% make your day better, I tell you guys not to doom scroll because I notice on the days where I doom scroll or I watch YouTube, I notice that I am just so lazy that day. I don't want to get anything done. I am constantly reaching for my phone. I want to get things done, but just doom scrolling kind of just like it kind of enables me to. I just can't do anything throughout the day. It's like there's just so much friction in my life when I just doom scroll. So I think that's a really big one and something that a lot of people do, and it just wastes like an hour to an hour and a half of your day. Especially in the morning time, we kind of perceive time differently for some reason, and doom scrolling will eat up a lot of time, and it feels like 10 minutes, but you realize like 40 to 45 minutes have passed, right? So today's video is short. Be intentional with the first 30 minutes of your day. Maybe set up a morning routine, But if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that. Thank you for listening.